What's up, everybody? I am SS Multiverse, and today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super episode 67, titled Fill Your Heart with New Hope, Farewell Trunks, airing on November 20th. Predictions! Also, this video is going to have spoilers in it, so if you don't want to be spoiled, it's also going to be predictions as well, so it's going to be a mix. So if you're trying to keep yourself spoiler free, this is not the video for you. So I think episode 67 is going to wrap up the Trunks arc and at least the fighting between Zamasu, Goku, and Trunks. Now you might be like, well, Trunks destroyed Zamasu. So that, yes, that is going to be the first thing that happens in this episode is Trunks is going to continue his brutal slash up the upper core and head of Zamasu until he's cut completely into two pieces, just as Frieza was, and then his body is gonna vanish into pixie dust in the same fashion that Zamasu in the present day was destroyed by Beerus, where they kind of just dissipate into the air. But as you know, Zamasu is immortal, so I don't know if you might have guessed, but this is not the end of Zamasu. He's actually still alive. Now you might be like, well, how? Because he's literally disintegrating the dust, and that's where this gets interesting. Now, Zamasu lost his physical form or his physical body, but he's still alive due to his immortality. So he's going to dissipate across the sky, and it's just going to cover the entire sky. Now, the extent of what we're going to see from this form is really unknown as of right now. This is something that Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball has never really done before. We never really had an enemy that didn't really have a physical form in this way, where they're just spread across the sky. It's gonna be this large gas. Now, another thing that's confirmed to happen this episode is Goku finds something in his pocket. And now that's what it says in the spoilers for this episode. So what's that gonna be? You guessed it, the Omni King button. So Goku's gonna press this Omni King button and Xeno's gonna arrive. But in my opinion, the fact that he needs to press this button proves, to me at least, that this Zamasu new form is still going to be enough to take out Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, even though he lost his physical body. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be stronger or faster than per se, but I think it's going to be more than enough to take them down or inflict damage on them to the point where Goku has to use his trump card, the Omni King button. Now, how is this cloud of Zamasu or Sky Zamasu going to inflict damage in Goku and company? That's a question that's really up to the imagination. I would imagine that he would be able to affect them just because he could surround them like in his gaseous form and start inflicting damage, maybe cutting them or using magic or, you know, still using ki, you know, just to start hurting them. But this is going to be very, very interesting to see because, like I said earlier, we haven't really seen anything like this. So all in all, I think Sky Zamasu is just going to start inflicting this painful pocket damage. By that meaning like just little bits at a time. The Goku company, before they all get wiped out, they're not going to be able to know how to fight this thing because you can't shoot a Kamehameha at a cloud. You know, it will just dissipate around it. You know, you can't punch a cloud. So this is going to be potentially, might be his toughest form to beat. As strange as that sounds, it might be because I don't think they're going to be able to hit it or attack it in the normal way. So it's just going to be there inflicting damage in them until Goku finally presses the Omni King button. And by that time, I think he's going to be incredibly wore down. I don't think Goku's going to have much left in the tank after that. Like, Goku really does not want to press this button. He has the blood of a Saiyan warrior, and he's not going to back down from this fight unless he absolutely has to. But I think this is going to make him because this is not a normal enemy. And some of the pride factor might be deleted because they already defeated Zamasu per se. He just keeps literally coming back because of immortality. So it's kind of like they already beat him, but now he's just, you know, he's sticking around being annoying. I think the fighter's pride can be put aside to save Trunks' world at this point. I think the Omni King is going to arrive, and I actually do not think Zamasu is going to fear Xeno. Now, this is just a prediction. I could be wrong, but I think he's lost pretty much all his sanity at this point, and I think he's going to try to attack the Omni King, which in that point, I think the Omni King is going to instantly seal Zamasu away or just transport him into another vessel or body in which he cannot use his magic anymore. I think he's just literally going to disable Zamasu from pretty much existence. You know, kind of like how Captain Game was put in a frog, except I don't think Zamasu is going to be put into a frog, but I think he could seal him in a container or just literally just nullify his powers. Or, you know, it's Zeno. Who knows? Maybe he's just going to take away his immortality. You know, we haven't seen anyone who can do that. But then again, we've never seen somebody on Zeno's level in action. So, but I don't really think this is going to last very long. I think he's going to take care of Zamasu really, really fast. I mean, if Zeno can't defeat Zamasu, what can? And anyways, if you look at the preview, it shows a lot of scenes at the end that don't really involve Zeno or Zamasu or angry looking Goku and Vegeta. So I actually think this episode by the half mark is mostly going to be over. I think Zeno's going to take care of it. I think there's going to be at least a third of this episode at the end that kind of shows after, you know, Zamasu's defeat. So I think the Omni King is going to defeat Zamasu relatively quickly. And then after that, I think there's going to be like the aftermath, like, you know, of kind of similar to when they defeat like Majin Buu per se, where, you know, after they defeat Zamasu and Zamasu's gone for good, I think they're all going to congratulate each other. And, you know, I think Goku is going to say how, and maybe even Vegeta are going to say just how, you know, proud they are of Trunks that he was able to defeat Zamasu, and how they're all proud of each other. And, you know, that this is going to be a new time to rebuild Trunks' timeline. You know, this is going to be a new saga starting in the Trunks' timeline. Now, how the Zeno is going to fit into that kind of dialogue is kind of hard to say. Maybe him and Goku will actually have a scene where they play together a little bit, you know. Maybe there's going to be a scene where Goku even plays with the Omni King for a couple minutes, but I don't think it's going to last very long. There's also a scene that shows Beerus kind of thinking to himself, and it shows Whis, and this is going to be really hard to predict what this scene's about, but maybe, just maybe, this is a prediction. Maybe Beerus is questioning his like relations with the Z fighters, you know? Like maybe he's thinking about just how strong Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks have gotten, and if they're getting way too involved in these manners, or maybe if their safety is endangered. It seems kind of weird to say that about fighters that strong, but I more think the first thing is more likely that they're just questioning, you know, the friendship between them. But this is a really hard prediction to make, so I'm going to wait for the actual episode. But that would be my guess, that they're really starting to think about, you know, what has really happened in the last, you know, 10 episodes or so. All these crazy events that they've got involved in because they're tied with, you know, they're starting to hang out with Goku and Vegeta more and more. It also looks like there's going to be some filler scenes involving the POF gang, but I never really talk about those in prediction videos because, for the most part, there's some silly gag characters, and other than they really haven't had that much of a role for a pretty long time in the series. I also think this episode's called Farewell Trunks for a good reason. I honestly do believe that Trunks is going to stay in his timeline, and that he's not going to really come back with Goku and Vegeta back to the present day timeline. So they're really saying farewell to him. So for you Trunks fans out there, I'm sorry. I don't know if he's going to be coming back or not, but I think it's very, very likely, at least for now, that he's going to stay in his timeline. So all in all, that's how I think the episode's going to go down. I think Trunks is going to destroy Zamasu, or actually I know that because it's already happened. He's going to dissipate into the air, become his new sky form. He's going to nag and snip and do these annoying attacks at Goku and Vegeta, or some type of magic key to take them down. And then Goku's going to press the Omni King button. The Omni King is going to come. He's going to steal Zamasu away or nullify his powers or immortality. I think Goku's then going to play or talk to Zeno for a little while. And then they're going to say congratulations to everybody there. That, you know, this was a fantastic effort by everybody. And everybody had a role in Zamasu's defeat. And then they're going to say farewell to Trunks because they're going to leave his timeline. And then they're going to have a scene involving Beerus and Whis, which I'm really not sure. But I think they're going to question, you know, how much involvement they've had with Goku and Vegeta. Or Beerus is going to say something. He's going to question, you know, his safety as a god of destruction. That's my guess with the Beerus part. Like I said, it's very hard to predict. I'm not really sure how that's going to go down. But that is my episode 67 prediction. I hope you guys are as hyped as I am for the conclusion of the Trunks arc. You know, maybe it's going to be an episode or two after that where they reveal a tiny bit more about this arc. I really do think this is going to be one of the last episodes, and of the next 3 episodes, I think this is going to be the most revealed about the ending of the Trunks arc. So I hope you guys are as hyped as I am. Leave your comments below how you think this episode is going to go and how you think the Trunks arc is going to end. I'll read them like always. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.